Hello dear students, this is Darshan Mal, lecturer mathematics at Government Islamia Arts and Commerce College Sakhar. This is my second lecture for first year class for chapter number 7, permutation, combination and introduction to probability. In first lecture we discussed the sum principle, the product principle and an example related to sum principle and product principle. Next we have factorial. It is defined as the product of first n natural numbers and denoted as n factorial. It is mathematically equal to n times n minus 1, n minus 2 up to 3 times 2 and 1. It may also be expressed like this: n factorial is equal to n times n minus 1 factorial, and we have 0 factorial is equal to 1. Take a question from exercise 7.1 of our textbook. We have 9 factorial. It is equal to 9, 9 minus 1, 9 minus 2 and up to 1. And when you will multiply 9, 8, 7 up to 1, you will get 3, 6, 2, 8, 8, 0. Similarly, we have second factorial, 6 factorial in second question, minus 6 square. 6 factorial minus 6 square is equal to 6 factorial. This is 6 factorial minus 6 square, 6 times 6, and 6 factorial is equal to 720 minus 6 times 6 is 36, and you will get 684. Next we have n plus 1 whole factorial upon n minus 1 whole factorial. So according to the definition of factorial, we have n plus 1 factorial is equal to n times n minus 1 factorial upon n minus 1 is same. So n minus 1 factorial and n minus 1 factorial will be cancelled, and we will get just n times n plus 1. Now come to exercise 7.1. We have question number 1. If A is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and set B contains 2, 3, 4, and there are 5 elements in set C, which are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have to find how many elements will be there in the union of A and B. So we have some rule that number of elements in union of A and B is equal to number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in the intersection of A and B. So we have 4 elements in A, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 plus 3 elements in B, 2, 3, 4, 3 elements in B minus intersection of A and B. So we have just 2 and 3 common elements in both. So just we have 2 elements. That's why minus 2, and we got 5 is number of elements in the union of A and B. Next we have how many elements are there in the product of A and C. So we have product rule. Product of number of elements in the product of A and C is simply the product of the elements of A and product of the element in B. So we have 4 elements in A and 5 elements in C. 4 times 5 is 20. So there are 20 elements in the product of A and C. So this is very simple. How some of the elements of A and some of the and B. So there are 4 elements and 3 elements in B. We got 7. Next we have how many elements are there in the union of A and product of B and C. So here you will use again some rule, that is A plus number of elements in the product of B and C minus number of elements in the intersection of A and product of B and C. So A will remain same. Here you will use again product rule. Product rule means number of elements in B. and number of elements in C, and here you will use distributive law. So A intersection B times A intersection C. Now look at this. Here is set A, which has 4 elements. So we have 4 elements in A, and number of elements in B, there are 3 elements again. So 3. And how many elements are there in C? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements are there in C, minus intersection of A and C. A and B. There are 2 elements common in these both sets A and B. So 2 times intersection of A and C. Look at A and C. There is no common element in these both. That's why multiplied by 0, and we got 19 as its answer. Next we have how many elements are there in the product of A union B and A union C. So we will use product rule firstly. It is just we have to multiply the elements in the union of A and B and union of A and C. So for union we have again sum rule, number of elements in A, number of elements in B, minus intersection of A and B, number of elements in A, number of elements in C, minus number of elements in the intersection of A and C. So we have 4 elements in A, 3 elements in B, and 2 elements in the intersection of A and B. Similarly, 4 elements are there in A, 5 elements are there in C, and there is no common element in A and C. Look at this. A contains 0, 1, 2, 3, while C has 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 as its elements. So there is no common element. That's why it's 0. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. So this is 5, and 4 plus 5 is 9. 9, and 4 times 9 is 45. 5 times 9 is 45. Next we have how many elements are there in the union of A and intersection of B and C. So we will use again sum rule here. Number of elements in A plus number of elements in the intersection of A and C, so B and C, minus how many elements are there in the intersection of all these 3 sets A, B, and C. So we have 4 elements in A, B and C. B and C have just one common element, that is 4. 4 and 4, so there is one common element, minus intersection of all these. Is there any common element in all these 3? I think no, so that's why it is 0. There is no common element in all these 3 sets A, B, C, and we got 5 as number of elements in the union of A and intersection of B and C. Thank you very much.